Bum, bum, bum. Uh, 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 uh. That intro song. You can't tell me that intro song is not a banger. Like, come on. Welcome to another episode of One Being Brave. I'm your host, Domo Jones. How you doing? Y'all good? Did y'all understand that? Because, Domo, you have got to slow it down. What's happening? You already at a 14. Ease it up. Golly. Welcome to another episode of One Being Brave. Y'all see my lotion right there? Because for the light skins, put on lotion. Put it on. We can still see when we're ashy. Bars. Oh my gosh. We're starting early. Okay, Domo, stay focused. I'm your host, Domo Jones. I am so glad that you guys are here. All right, let's get into it. House rules. No profanity. We don't do that. It's so many words in the dictionary. Like, why are we not using all of them? Cause what's going on? And that's on period. Also, no bashing of race, religion, gender, politics, or sexual preferences. I mean, for what? For why? What are we doing that for? From one blood, he made all the nations. So we about to get up in that thing. All y'all invited to the barbecue. Tell them I sent you. Who gonna check for me? Who gonna check for me? Exactly. Bars again. That's crazy though. Who gonna check for me? All y'all invited to the barbecue. We all family, like a giant tree branching out toward the sky. All of us are. Also, this show is called 1 Billion Brave because it represents the 1 billion people of the world that have a disability and or medical condition. Oh, head, you already know I'm about to say, newcomers catch on quick. Get you one of us in your circle. Get you one of us in your circle. Don't get you me though because I got I'm full to capacity. But get you one of us in your circle because I'm telling you, we are top tier. Our community is top tier. Like, it don't even make no sense how top tier we are. It's crazy to me. We are. And how you can tell we are because all my guests raise the bar every single episode. They raise the tier every single week. And then this week, the tier about to be raised even more because my guest is super dope. Like, wow, that's crazy to me. Get you. I be trying to tell y'all. Hearing and hearing, take heed to the government announcements. Y'all need to get you one of us in your circle. That's all I'm gonna say. You welcome. Okay. Also, one of the very important. I mean, this is very important. We talk about Jesus Christ on the show. I don't know what they're doing over there. I don't know what they're doing over there. I don't know what they're doing in the east. I don't know what they're doing in the west. But right here, we talk about Jesus Christ. JC is the way to be. Bars. Jesus Christ is better than white rice. Oh my gosh. The King of Kings stays with a gangster lean. Oh, Domo, that was good. That was real good. The King of Kings stays with a gangster lean. Shoulder lean back. Come on. Because he stayed ready. He be like this. What? That was, yo, you didn't raise it by your own self. That's crazy, Domo. You're really like a lyricist. You're a lyrical genius at this point. That's crazy. That's wild. A whole lyrical genius, and you didn't even know until just right now. Well, you knew, but then you just showed them that you really are a whole lyrical genius. Y'all better catch on. Y'all better catch on. Because when I get on Rap City, is Rap City even on right now? Child, that show ain't even on a show no more. Also, okay, this is last house real for real. Cause I just had a V8 and my energy is through the roof. I'm telling you. Also, um, this show is one of the very few shows that has a hostess with a disability that interviews guests with disabilities and or medical conditions. Old heads. Yep. Newcomers. Catch on. Lady O, Mother Ava DuVernay, Tyler Perry. I'm about to see all y'all. It's a trifecta type, John. I'm just about to see all you guys. Lady O, it's hot. So you probably about to go to your garden meeting. Sit outside. Just I need to probably put on some off spray because I don't like bugs. But we're gonna chop it up. After I talk to you, thank you for your time. It's time to go to Tyler Perry. Hey, how you doing? Where we meeting at? You feel me? After I see you, thank you for your time. Then it's time to get our locks done at Rockefeller. Me and Mother Ever DuVernay sitting in chair 1, she in chair 2, and we chopping it up. Doing that thing you do. It makes sense. And when it happens, think it not strange. At all. Because it's going to happen. I don't even care. Okay? I don't even care. All right, so as you guys know, this season we started something new. We pay homage, we recognize, we honor the awareness ribbons of them all. A lot of people think that breast cancer is the only one, and it is not. Hear me clearly. Breast Cancer Awareness Month is not the only ribbon awareness month that we should be celebrating. There are so many others. And on this show, we're gonna recognize. Girl, talk right. Don't be showing out in front of company like you don't know how to talk. On this show, we're going to recognize all of them, or at least try to. Gabe, can you please tell us who the child, girl, get it out. The awareness ribbon for this month is sarcoma cancer. What is the color, Domo? I'm glad you asked. Yellow. I bet y'all didn't know about that, huh? I bet y'all didn't know. Sarcoma cancer is the awareness ribbon that we are representing and we are paying homage to this month. And the color is what, Domo? Yellow. They call me Mellow. Yeah. What is it? Yellow. Okay? For those that deal with sarcoma, either it's a cancer or it's a tumor, you've overcome it, you're still battling it. We want to pay homage and we want to recognize you on this show because we understand. Over here, we get it. And we appreciate your fight. Thank you for just keeping your hand to the plow. Because it's not easy, but we recognize you over here. All right, so before I bring my next guest out, let me just, whew. I just got something to get off my chest real quick, okay? Because this is what I don't understand. Okay, so, and I speak for the whole community when I say this because I don't get it. So y'all help me. All right, so, what I don't get is why people tap you from behind and want to talk to you from behind. Girl, why are you still talking to me from behind? Like, I'm gonna turn around. What's going on? Why are you talking to me from back there? Come to the front. I don't get. Okay, here's the thing. And I'm speaking for me when I say this. Listen very clearly. One, I can't turn. Gabe, you caught it quick. That was good. One, I can't turn around that fast. That's one. Two, you not about to trigger my vertigo. Over here playing hide and go seek. Child. I will be that person. If somebody, because there's so many people that do this, and I don't ever understand why you tap me and then you still talking behind. I will be that. I am that person that will not turn around, and we will be. I will be talking to you this way while you're behind me, because move it over. Is that a Marco Polo? Ciao. Why are you trying to hide? Let me tell y'all this. Talking to me, you will always be noticed. I don't know if y'all know that. But talking to me, you will always be noticed for a few things. One, if we go to the same church, I sit in the front row, first seat. You're going to be noticed that you're talking to me. Let's just start there. A, I sit in the very front, tip of the top of the tip of the top. And then if we don't go to church and I see you, you will get a random compliment. I'm going to notice something: an eyelash, a hairstyle, a shoelace, and I will say it aloud. Three, I am goofy. So there is something that you will say that will tickle my fancy. I will be bent over. I mean, just laughing hysterically. So please, if you talk to me from back here, come to the front. I want to see you. And I don't want to play no hide. I don't want to play no Marco Polo. I don't want to play hide and go seek. I don't play none of that. I don't want to play games. Come up here. Let me see you. Thank you. I appreciate it. All right, so my next guest. I am very grateful that my next guest has graced the stage because, whoo, sometimes being a podcast girl, get it all out before your guests come. Don't be act like you know how to talk. There are times when being a podcast hostess has its moments, and you got to do some quick switching, for real, for real. And this was my other guest had to cancel for their own personal reason, which is cool. It happens, especially living with a disability. You gotta do what you gotta do. And I put it out there, and he said he's in, and I'm like, yo, you're locked in for life. He don't even notice, but we friends. Well, he do now because he hear me. We friends for life. Like, he locked in. I ain't going away. I don't know what he thought. All right, so let's bring on my next guest. Tom, can you grace the stage, please?
Hey,
Hey,
Domo.
how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Great, no complaints. Thank you again. I appreciate it.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you.
All
Appreciate the
right, so let's
invite.
get. I appreciate it so much. All right, so let's get into it. Can you tell us where you're from and the name of your disability or medical condition?
I'm from New Jersey, East Windsor area, originally from New York City. My disability, I was born with a congenital heart defect, so I had open heart surgery when I was 6 years old. And now my heart's starting to get a little weaker, and now I'm on the heart transplant list.
Wow. Okay, man. Okay, so first of all, wait. How do you say your last name?
Pizanowski.
Pizanowski. Okay. Oh, I said it right the first time. Boom. All
There
right.
you go.
Pizanowski. Okay. Got it. I didn't mean to ask you that, but I didn't want to
That's all
butcher
right.
it. Okay, so can we get into it a little bit deeper? Because I definitely want to
Sure.
know your journey. So you say you were born with heart failure?
No, I was born with a defective heart.
Oh, defective heart.
Yes, a congenital heart defect. There are 30 some odd different defects. 1 in 100 babies are born with this is the most prevalent birth defect there is. So 1 in 100 babies are born with some form of a congenital heart defect. Mine was particularly called a tetralogy of Fallot, meaning there was four different areas of my heart that were somehow defective other than a normal heart. Main one was being a hole in the heart between the two ventricles. So the red and the blue blood would mix together, and I was actually born a blue baby. I was more cyanotic. My blood was not getting fully oxygenated.
Wow. So when they collide, when the two bloods collide, what damage does that cause?
Well, it's not damage. It's just a mixture. So you're not getting fully oxygenated blood to the rest of your organs and your body. So that's why your skin or your lips would have the appearance of being blue.
Oh, okay, I got you. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so you were born with this condition, and what did the doctors say? Like, because you're definitely, to me, you seem like you're well aware of where you are. I mean, you're
Yeah.
talking well. Like you're. So, what did that mean as a child to be born with that condition?
Well, let's see. I was born in 1959, so I'm 65 years old.
You look good.
Thank you. I try. I try to stay healthy, but looking through my medical records because I'm writing a book about it with my son. My son also has a heart defect. His is
Mm,
different than mine, but anyway, the my first 6 years was tough. I had to have a bypass for my heart to better oxygenate the blood, so I wasn't blue as much. I did have heart failure at one point when I was 9 months old, and then eventually in 1966 I had my full repair, and they corrected all the issues of my heart, and it's been working really great ever since.
wow. So when you say like you've had like several heart conditions, did that affect your quality of life at all?
Yeah, especially the first few years, I would. Interesting enough, squatting was a way to rest the heart and also cause it to constrict a little bit, thereby forcing the blood to mix better and help me catch my breath, so to speak. So once I had the repair, I was more active. I got to start riding bikes and running and stuff. I still was never. Let me put it this way: any race I ever was in, I was always last. I finished, but I was last.
You've been right, right, right. Well, hey, but you did it, and that's huge right there. So when it came to like going to school, um, were there any limitations that you had to be privy to?
Yeah, before in between the one surgery when I was 3 years old and my main repair at 6 years old, kindergarten, first grade were really tough. I'd fall asleep at my desk. There's
Mm,
notes in my that my mom kept that said, I would, I couldn't walk down to the corner. We lived in Queens, New York, in Jackson Heights. So I couldn't walk to the corner candy store and walk back and go up the one flight of stairs to my house without resting and stopping and catching my breath.
mm. Wow, just the little things that you had to be cautious about.
Yeah, or I'd fall asleep in school and I'd sleep the whole afternoon.
Really?
Yeah.
So the multiple times of resting and then the falling asleep, is that one of the side were those some of the side effects that
Yes.
okay,
Yes.
got it. Man, I never really I mean I'm learning as I'm talking to you
No
because
problem.
this is amazing.
Whoa.
So now that you've gotten older, were you able to um at least maintain through life a little more understanding of what you were going through as you got older because you were born with it?
Yeah. Well, after I knew of other kids that had heart defects because I went to a special camp when I was like 8, 9, and 10 years old.
Mhm.
But as I grew older, I never met anybody, or at least nobody ever talked about it. So I started to think that, okay, this doesn't happen all that often. It just happened to me. and I just tried to be a normal kid. I mean, I tried to play basketball and rode bikes and did all the things a normal kid would do.
Okay, so so to you it didn't really, it
I,
wasn't like
I
a big, yeah, it
yeah,
wasn't like a big thing.
I didn't think it was. I have a scar down the middle of my chest, but I didn't think of it as that big of a deal then. I think about it being a more bigger deal now, knowing the statistics and all the things that are
Yeah.
out there. Those things weren't available because when I became an adult or when I turned 18, the doctors didn't know what to do with me because
Hmm.
no, very few of us have lived to adulthood with a heart
Hmm.
defect that been repaired.
Hmm.
In
Yeah, that
fact,
makes
it
sense.
started a whole new section in medicine of cardiologists specializing treating adults with a congenital heart defect, a birth defect.
Wow. That's crazy. So you got, now that you're older, because you did mention that it has declined a little bit.
Yeah.
So can you speak on that? Like what happened? What was the process? How did you find out?
Well, I kind of started finding out as I was in the middle of doing a triathlon.
Mm,
So I started doing triathlons at 52. So do you know what a triathlon is?
yes.
Okay.
Golly, how in the
So
world?
I was just gotten in the water for a half Ironman, and they had to pull me out because I couldn't breathe.
Oh,
It was just I was trained for it. I had
yeah.
been training for months, but I got in the water and all of a sudden I just couldn't catch my breath. So that was
Really?
the kind of like the beginning. Well, the it kind of started a little bit before that, but at that point it was like, okay, what's really going on here? So now, and part of the defect, one of the defects of my heart is the right heart muscle is getting stiffer, is getting stiffer, or the left heart muscle. So it's not pumping as well to my body.
Oh,
So and then that's part of it, and that part of that goes with age. But then in some people, then that also leads to heart failure and my heart weakening.
so you said you saw like um minor things before that. What are some of like the things that you saw, or something that could be noticed that could be changed?
Um, well, one of the things was definitely being, I was on a run, and it just got started harder to breathe. Not
Um,
abnormally different than just being hard to breathe as you're running.
yeah.
It would just, or it took me a lot longer to recover. Um, and more fatigue, um, nutrition, a lot of different things were not acting right. My body was trying to get like I'm still in a way a little overweight, and
Mhm.
my body's like wanting to hold on to it for whatever reason. So and then eventually then you start going to your cardiologist that I've been seeing for the last 30 years, and then they start looking, and then there I did VO2 testing, and my oxygen consumption had decreased from what it was 6 years ago.
Mm,
So they had all that data that they could refer back to. So my oxygen consumption has decreased, and my VO2 max, and I'm just not able to do the thing. The only thing I'm able to do a little bit is I cycling, but that's because I now have an e-bike.
mm.
I had to get rid of the good bike.
Hey, it's better than something, right?
That's something.
Yeah, that's something. So like for, because you mentioned that earlier, having this condition, it wasn't that much out there. You didn't really know about it, but as you got older, you kind of learned. So what was something that you learned about your condition as you got older, with even more testing or even more knowledge that you didn't know back then?
I guess learning more about learning more about the function and the dysfunction and the defects that are part of my particular
Mm,
congenital heart defect of tetralogy full O. The overriding aorta. What that means is the aorta is more over the right ventricle than being over the left ventricle where it's pulling the blood from, and then that's where the hole of the in the heart was in the ventricles. If I'm getting too anatomy, I was also a chemist and a biology minor, so
I can tell your language, but it's okay. I get it.
I'm not sure how
You're,
to explain it without that.
it's
So
okay.
you got four chambers in your heart, two on the top, two on the bottom. The right side goes to your lungs, the left side goes to your body.
Boom. That there you go. Thank you for breaking that down because I know people were like, "What? What?
What?
Huh?"
So the aorta, which is supposed to come out of the left side, was moved over too far and
Mm,
overriding or over the right side. And because I had the hole in between the two bottom chambers, is why I got more blue blood into my body when I was little.
that makes sense. Okay. Thank you, Tom,
You're
for
welcome.
breaking that down. I appreciate that. Okay, so I definitely want to get back to you now needing um a heart transplant.
Yes.
Okay, so how do we get there to where now you need a heart transplant?
Well, because now my the side wall of the heart's gotten stiffer, so it's not pumping the blood out as well as it did
Mm-hmm.
3, 4, 5 years ago. This is all literally in the last year and a half.
Wow.
So yeah, I had to stop doing races and stuff, and so I can walk, but I'll get out of breath. And now, normally I'm in bed by now. I'm in New Jersey at East Coast. It's 10 p.m. I'm usually in bed before 9, and I don't get
Mhm.
up until like 7:30. I just need more sleep, or at least I try to sleep.
Mm,
But the um, the harder part is, like I'm in my basement, going up and down stairs. Sometimes I can just go up the one flight and it's not a problem. Sometimes I got to stop.
yeah.
Sometimes when we have a couple of Great Dane dogs, so we walk them. Sometimes I can walk the half a mile. Sometimes I got to stop a little bit.
Mm,
Um, I get chest pain a lot, and shortness of breath are the main things. And then sometimes my feet swell.
wow. So is was that hard? And I'll definitely be mindful that you need your rest. Um, for sure, for sure. Was that hard for you now going into this new season to where you're kind of even more a little bit more limited than as you were?
Um, I mean, my doctors keep telling me to just live my life. Do things. I mean, I'm going on vacation in a little while, in a couple of weeks.
Oh, that's cool.
So I'm doing things. I'm just not doing things at the level I did. Like we were in Disneyland in California in January,
Hmm.
and normally for the Run Disney races, and all I did was walk the 5K. I didn't run the 10. I didn't do the half marathon like I did previous years.
Yeah. So
So
you still do something. It's just very
yeah,
it's just
and it keeps every few months. It's probably a little bit less than what it was before.
mm. I definitely want to know because you did mention about your son
Uh-huh.
also having a heart condition. Can you just explain what his heart condition because you said it's a little different from yours.
Oh yeah, his is called transposition of the great arteries.
You gotta break that down. What does that mean?
Okay, so um, a transposition of the great yeah. So basically, you have uh, two lower chambers of atriums, left and right. So and the left muscle is the stronger muscle because that's the one that pumps all the blood to the body.
Mm-hmm.
So his there's two types. He happens to have the one that's called a corrected L transposition of the great arteries. So the left side muscle is physically on his right side, and his right muscle is on his left side. So the wrong muscle is pumping to the area of the body. So you have the
Mm-hmm.
stronger muscle pumping blood to the lungs and the weaker muscle pumping blood to the body. Now, what makes his different or special is it's called a corrected transposition because instead of the left side being on the right and pumping to the wrong part of the body, it's pumping correctly if I'm explaining this right. So even though the right side is the weak, what's on the right, which is the stronger muscle, is
Uh-huh.
pumping to the lungs and not going somewhere else.
Oh, so it's still pumping. It's just not pumping in the
It's
right
pumping correctly, but it's the
incorrectly.
wrong muscle.
Yeah, yeah, that
Yeah,
does make sense. It's pumping correctly, incorrect, in the wrong position.
right.
To the wrong. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Wow, I
So
didn't
it's
even
like
know
the
that was
engine's
a thing.
working, but the engine's backwards.
Right, there we go. There we go. Okay, so how did you find out about his condition?
Well, his was a surprise because we actually had special ultrasounds back in the late '80s, and they said, "Oh, his heart's fine." Which with an ultrasound it showed four chambers. His heart's fine. He was 3 days old when the doctor said, "Hey, we think we see something. Something's not quite right." And then we go to a specialist in Philadelphia, and then that's when we found out that he had a congenital heart defect.
Wow.
And he had his surgery when he was 6 years old for a repair.
So with oh man, that's a lot. So with you having your condition and
Mhm.
then now you find out that your son has his condition,
Yeah,
did you have to learn more about his like how were you more cautious about your son? Like what was that like? Because you have something and then he has something. You
I
got to be
actually
careful.
he was extremely asymptomatic. He had
Mhm.
no indication. If you looked at him from, you would have no clue that he had a heart problem. He wasn't blue like I was. He had a lot of energy. He probably ate as well as I did when I was that age too. Um, but he played with other kids just like any other kid from 0 to 6.
Mm,
And when he finally started getting more fatigued is when we finally decided to have his heart repaired.
yeah, that make is that like the ultimate sign, the more fatigue?
That has a lot to do with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because he actually had two holes in his heart, a hole between the two ventricles and in between the two atriums.
Mm, man, I can only imagine. I mean, so essentially you're a caregiver too.
Yeah. Well, he's 37 years old and he's in Indiana. So he's on his own.
Yeah, now, but when he was 6, you was making sure that he was good too.
But but the different, you know, back when I was his age, or even when I was a teenager, I still wasn't allowed to do a lot of things. Like I couldn't even join the bowling team in high school.
Wow.
Okay, I didn't restrict him. He played t-ball.
Yeah.
He learned to pitch. He went to Boy Scouts. He became an Eagle Scout. I mean, did all I made sure his to make his life closer to normal after his heart repair.
I love that. I think that is huge because there's a balance. My mom was like that too. I had my medical conditions, but she still allowed me to at least experience what life as a kid was like
Yeah.
growing up. Did all I was in Girl Scouts. I did ballet, jazz, tap, all that. So
Oh wow.
I think that that's huge because you
Yep.
don't want you want to make sure they're good health wise, but you don't want to confine them as
Sure.
if they can't do anything.
You're right. And not that my parents confined me per se, but it was actually more the school system.
Yeah.
because they didn't want to be responsible.
Right. I get that.
Yeah.
They didn't want to miss. Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
So, I want to ask you two questions.
Okay.
One, what was the most difficult part about living with your medical condition?
Difficult part, probably when things, probably the most difficult part growing was being told what I couldn't do, even though I
Mm,
tried to do everything. I mean, even in my condition now, I still think I can go and do things. Um, though I kind of pay for it later because then I'm really tired.
mm, mm,
We had a tree limb fall down in the street by our house today, and just helping getting someone to help me move it a little bit. That it's weird how things will make me fatigued now, but back then the hardest part was just being told I couldn't do things when I wanted to do things, and yet at the same time the school was. I always think this is funny in school. They wouldn't let me join the bowling team, but they made me go out and run around in gym for
mm.
45 minutes. I'm like, hello, this makes,
Make that make sense, right?
yeah, right. This makes no sense.
Make that doesn't make any sense because I'm doing more work running than I am just bowling.
Right, right.
Make that's funny. Yeah, I definitely don't get that. Um, okay, so what's the hardest part is being told that you can't when you feel like you can. Got it.
Okay.
So, what is the most rewarding part about living with your condition?
Um, Not listening to people tell you you can't do stuff. You just go and do it.
Come on.
You do what you feel comfortable with. I went and got
Right.
a degree in chemistry. I left chemistry and I bought a franchise and I did kitchens and I installed kitchens for 12 years.
Come
And I left that and I went back to being a salesman and selling chemicals for chemical companies.
wow.
And now I'm working as writing a book about my heart and my son's heart, and working as trying to start a small travel advisor business.
That's what I'm talking about. See, we don't have we I love this is why I love our community because we break stigmas. Like we the word no, the word can't means nothing to us.
You would decide if you can or you cannot.
Exactly. We under and the thing is we know our own limitations.
Right.
They know it on paper, but we know what our bodies can handle and we know what we can do. We know we could push a little bit further forward. Like that's why I love us.
Yeah. Oh
Cause
yeah.
we be proving people wrong
Well,
all the time.
what you just said is like one of my favorite sayings from Clint Eastwood. A man's got to know his limitations. You
I
know,
mean, for real, you know your own.
I know
Nobody
my
lives your
limitations.
body like you. You live your
Right.
own body. I love that. I think that's dope. And speaking of, let's talk about it real quick. Um, you just said that you're starting a book. You're starting to write your book about
Yep.
yourself and your son. Can you please tell us what like let us know what you're doing, author?
Okay. Um, what the title of the book? You mean?
Yes, the
Yeah.
title. When's it
The
coming
title of
out?
the
I mean,
book.
we want it all.
The title of the book is "Waiting for Repair: Strengthening Your Child's CHD Heart with Time." And the whole premise of that is because I had to wait until I was 6 years old to get my repair because of technology and everything in the early 60s. Whereas with my son, he was born in 1988. Again, he was asymptomatic. So I saw no reason to put my baby or young infant through open heart surgery until he had reason to go through open heart surgery.
Hmm.
The other, my thinking or logic was, do you want your doctor operating on a heart the size of a walnut or the size of an apple? So that's kind of the whole idea. So I'm writing my book is a little bit of juxtaposition of my son's story alongside with my story of how we've gone through, and that now I realize that not every child born with a heart defect can wait 1, 2, 3, 6 years for a heart repair,
Mhm.
because some need to have that open heart surgery as soon as they're born. On the other side is, people don't, I don't know if people think about this, that those children that need open heart surgery immediately upon birth now would probably never survive back in the 60s when I was born. There's only I only know of 3 or 4 people or 4 or 5 people that are older than me with my same heart condition.
Wow.
If my son's heart condition was the worst version, where everything was pumping in the wrong direction, he would have had to have immediate open heart surgery, or he probably would have died.
Mm.
So, by the graces of God and thanks and prayers, that you know, his heart was the right way and the wrong way, and he had to get repaired a little, but he could wait until it get repaired.
Wow. Yeah, a lot of people don't think about that, or they just don't know.
No,
So I think the book that you're writing is great. I think it's very, and then you've gone through it. So
right,
you're speaking from another perspective, not just an educational, but a personal as
right,
well, personal experience. And I feel like more people can probably understand because you're not just talking about what you heard, you're talking about what you know.
yeah. And I'm a heart warrior. We talk about ourselves as heart warriors, as a parent and an actual heart warrior. So I got both. I got it on both
You
sides.
got on both sides. I love that. Okay, so when's the book coming out?
It's taken a little time because my heart failure kind of got in the way. But I'm getting back into it. I actually segued a little bit and did a children's book.
Come on, author. Dr. Judy, I see you. Come on, author. We gotta talk about this children's book too. What?
Yeah, well, it was kind of like I started thinking about, because I have a book coach and stuff, and we've been working on stuff, and some of the other people in the book did a couple of children's book, and I started thinking about it, and I started doing some research on children's books. So I wrote mine in more for the parent to read to their young, little children, because it's kind of scary and stuff. um I don't have an exact title of it yet, but I do have it all pretty much worked out, and now I need to find an illustrator. So that'll be out probably before the Bing book is out.
For I now I get that. Hey mom, I get that too. I definitely get that. With whatever is uh the process, because writing a book is not an easy process at all. But
I,
whatever
I've
the easiest process is.
I've already, I think I'm on my third or fourth version of an outline, and now changing, things I've already written, and going back with stuff I've already written, reordering it and stuff.
Exactly. Yeah,
And
the
and that
editing process is no joke. That's the
and
longest.
and then being a scientist, so now I'm getting into the research end of it,
The
so I
research.
can explain it that the engine is reversed or not, which I'm going to use, I think, because that worked out well.
Right.
You know, so
That did work out well.
so the book, it the research takes a lot of time,
Yeah, that definitely does.
because I'm also, fortunately, because of my science background, I can take the the anatomical language and try to simplify it a little bit.
Yeah, because a lot of people don't know that side, but
No,
I feel like that side is important too because you need to know your body.
yeah,
You need to know what's going on. We need to know what's going on in our body. Dr. Judy said, as a physician, we love to hear from our patients, and I think that is even more of a great testament of what you're doing because, um, I mean, just to hear from people that's actually dealing with it and going through it, what better way to even just give that other person that's going through it just some light,
hmm,
just a little push, that they're not, because sometimes we feel like we by ourselves. Sometimes we
yeah, we
do.
do.
we feel like it's just us. But to hear it from other people is dope. Okay, real quick, because I definitely want to be mindful that you need your rest. Behind you, because
Behind
I've been waiting.
this side,
Yes, that side.
that's
What
my
we got? It sounded like a project.
it's my
That
train layout.
are you in the train? What is this a hobby?
Yeah, O gauge, Lionel. Everybody knows Lionel.
That is so cool. So is it done? Like it works? Like are you building it?
Oh, it works. It works. Oh, of course it works. It's not everything's all connected.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
There's things, and I run trains, and now that it's been up for a year, now I'm thinking about taking it apart and redoing it.
What? How
So,
long
but,
did it take you to even put it up?
not too much. It took.
Wait, what's not too much? Cause
Let's see. If I from drawings to, well, what happens is you start drawing it,
parts.
you start laying out track, and then all of a sudden, oh, maybe I'll do this, and then oh, maybe I'll do that. So it's probably about 2 or 3 months to get it to where it is now.
And then you about to take it down and put it. Ciao.
Well, maybe and then I do a three. I got a 3D printer, so now I put 3D print stuff for it
Oh,
too.
that's super
Yeah,
fun.
yeah.
Well, that's a hobby.
I got Godzilla.
Wow. Wait, that's what you made from the 3D
Yeah,
printer?
yeah.
Dang.
So I got Godzilla attacking the trains.
That's come on, hobby. Goodness. Well, thank you again, Tom, so much
Well,
for
thank
gracing the
you.
stage. I definitely appreciate it. I don't take it lightly. Like I said, I am very mindful that about you need some rest. So before you go,
Oh,
we
I'm
have a
good.
before you go.
Before I go,
We got a before you go. Gabe, can what's your favorite item of clothing? Oh,
what is my favorite item of clothing?
oh,
Well, let's see. It'd be either my Superman cape.
oh, that's a good one.
I don't know. My favorite item of clothing. Um, I
That's a
guess it
good
would
one.
probably be my New York Mets hat.
Okay, come on, Mets or Nets?
Mets baseball.
Mets. Okay, yeah, I am not a sports person. Where they play? Indiana?
New York City.
Don't tell nobody I said Indiana.
Okay, I won't tell anybody you said Indiana.
Even though this is live and in living color, don't tell nobody I said Indiana. Oh yeah. Okay, Mets hat. Okay, I'm gonna answer too. What is my favorite item of clothing? Does it have to be like an item, or can it be a a prop? I feel like okay, it don't even matter because I'm gonna make it up. It's gonna be an item because I need
It's
it.
your
My
show.
glasses, because I can't see. That's it. My
There's it.
glasses are my items are of clothing. My favorite because I can't see and I like to see.
Right.
Boom. Thank you again.
Oh, you're welcome. I had
So
a great
much.
time.
I'm so glad. I am so that is the whole point of this show. I want all my guests to feel comfortable with sharing their journey. It's not easy at all. But we appreciate it. Everyone, please go follow Tom at waitingforrepair.com. Waiting for repair, strengthening your okay. Waiting. Oh, is this your book?
Yeah, that's the book.
Okay, waiting for repair, strengthening your child's CHD. Girl, learn how to talk. Heart with time. Oh, that's good. And the website www.waitingforrepair.com. I love that.
Thank you.
Thank you again. Gabe's gonna put you in the back,
All right.
and we're gonna log off. You don't log off though,
Okay.
but I'm gonna end the show.
I'm here.
We appreciate you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Nina, I see you. I love you. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you. Uh oh, my husband would be 100% behind the Mets. Child, I said Nets. Girl, you can't be embarrassing yourself like that to the people. What if there's some Mets? Wait, is it Mets? Okay. What if there's some other Mets fans? I just butchered. Who? Who is Annette? That's somebody's name. But who is Annette? Child, get it right. Thank you again, Tom, for gracing the stage. I appreciate it so much. I definitely don't take it lightly. Um, First of all, his story was powerful. I mean, golly. Not only is he dealing with his own medical condition, he's also helping his son dealing. Child, you just never know what people go through. You never know. And for that, we are grateful. Okay, so church announcements. If you or someone, girl, did you just choke off your own? Okay, basketball. I knew I wasn't tripping. I knew I wasn't tripping, but is Indiana from the That's the thing. Where is Indiana? Who is an Indiana team? Indiana Pacers. Oh my gosh. Girl, a Pacer. Not a net or a Met. Get it to you gotta learn. You gotta learn before you embarrass yourself in front of company. Child. Okay, so church announcements. If you or someone you know has a disability and or medical condition and you want them on the show. Oh, girl, I'm still getting it wrong. Just let it go, Domo. Let it go. Bars. And you want them on the show. Holla at me. Let me know. Because as you can see, my guests are dope. And the tier just got even higher because of Tom. And he bombed on because of Tom and he bomb. .com. Oh my god. Killing the game. Killing the game. And you can't be lame. Okay. All right, stay focused on. All right, if you or someone you know wants to be a guest on the show, holla at me. Disclaimer, do not hit me up. If you have a paper cut, if you run into the wall, if you stubbed your toe on the corner of your bed, what's that got to do with over here? Don't you do it because I will professionally say no. Thank you for your time. Put some lotion on, turn on the light, and watch where you're going. Okay? Clumsiness is not a medical condition. Child, y'all don't understand the stuff I hit my elbow. Okay. Slap some Neosporin in that joint and call it a day. Cause what? What they got to do with over here? As you can see over here, we deal with real life stuff. So if you or someone you know wants to be a part of the One Being Brave guest community, holla at me. Also, next Tuesday, we are live and in living color. Next Tuesday. Hi, Mom Charlotte. I love you. Next Tuesday, we live. Gabe, 7. Come on. I just raised your whatchamacallit another 10 cent. Golly, you need on it, Gabe. Gabe, I'm raising your pay 10 cents. And that's on period. You're rich. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're rich. In favor. 7 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Mountain Time, 9 p.m. Central Time, and 10 p.m. Eastern. We are live and in living color. Are you guys ready for my next guest next week? Okay, well, y'all gonna have to wait because I'm gonna need y'all to marinate on this week's guest. I'm gonna need y'all to marinate on Tom the Bomb. Y'all gonna marinate on him because I am. And I'm about to follow him on everything, okay? We locked in. If we like that, ain't no switching up. All right. I love y'all so much. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for commenting. Thank y'all for just thank y'all. I appreciate everyone that watches, that tunes in. I don't take it lightly. I'm gonna say it every single episode because y'all don't have to watch me. You guys do not have to see what we talking about over here at all, ever. So I appreciate it. All right, so I'm out, but y'all don't log off though. Don't 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 log off. Don't you do it. Just stay another 15, 17 seconds. Okay. All right, Gabe, get me out here. I want some chicken nuggets. Bye. Wait, there's more. Wait, there's more. At Wendy's, you can still get a 4 for 4. But wait, there's more. At Wendy's, you can still get a 4 for 4. Oh my gosh. Wow, I done broke the record. That was amazing.